Alright, hey everyone, and welcome to another Genshin video. This time we're going to be doing another Spiral Abyss. But first of all, hope you guys having a good day or evening wherever you are. But yeah, I finished the Spiral Abyss already with the normal teams that I run with some changes. But because floor 12, especially chamber 2 of floor 12 is extremely difficult, I thought I would try and use a different team against that chamber. In the original video, I was using the Raiden National and a Xingqiu Hotel Vaporized team for the second half. But this time, I want to try a Nilou Bloom team and see how that does. Since the chasm enemies in the first half are pretty spread out, Nahida kind of solves that problem because she kind of links each enemies together, and if one takes damage, the other ones also takes damage. So I just want to see how the Bloom team performs. Although my Barbara is not the most built, but we'll see how it does. So let's get into it. Alright, so for the first chamber, we're gonna use the Bloom team just to see how well it does compare against the Raiden National team. So we're using Nahida only to apply Dendro. Since she applies Dendro extremely fast, you don't really need any other Dendro characters. Barbara is for the healing. Yalan, well, is for the extra Hydra application. And Nilou to trigger the Bountiful Cores. And you can see the Bountiful Cores are actually doing a lot of work in terms of damage. Yeah, they're doing like 23,000, and if they crit 47,000 against these big ones, and I completely missed that arrow. 66,000 damage if when they crit. So here, Nahida can actually stay on field to apply the Dendro. Alright, for the second half, we got the chasm enemies. So let's link them up with Nahida and start triggering the Bountiful Cores. Try to grab as many of them as possible, and then Nahida on field. 66k, pretty good. See, the fact that they're linked together and all of them can take damage is extremely good because they're so far apart. That's why the Raiden National team kind of struggled, because even though most of Raiden's attacks during burst, as well as Xiangling's attacks are AoE, but they're so far apart, it's basically single target because you can't really hit them. But here, Nahida makes sure every single one of them gets hit. And the Bountiful Cores also has an extremely large range too. Use Yalan Burst for extra Hydro. And this should be it. But yeah, using this team actually saved me about 20 seconds to 30 seconds of time. Okay, so for the final chamber, we just try to get our energy back at the beginning while he's getting up, because he's not really going to take too much damage. And when he flies up, this is one of the other reasons why we have Yalan, because we can shoot his wings and bring him down. And when he's down, this is the time you just use all your bursts and do a hell of a lot of damage. Alright, now use Nahida on field to get the EM bonus. But try not to die like I just was right now. But you can see, this is the Barbara I'm using is a level 60 Barbara with almost no talents leveled up really high. I think she's at like 5 or 6 for talents. I can't actually remember. But she's still able to heal a lot of characters to full. Alright, so if this thing flies up again, same deal, shoot down his wings, and it's coming right back down. Okay, I got notifications for a side quest that keeps popping up. Well, Nahida's almost dead, but it's fine. I can always use Barber to heal, but the last part I can finish off with Yalan. First and dead. Well, and that's GG. That's the final chamber. And this is done with a Bloom team as well. So for the character builds, for Nahida, I'm using the signature weapon for her. And her artifacts is the 4-piece Deepwood set. These are the substats, which, you know, are not the best, especially with the 19% defense, but they work so far. This is the feather, 11% crit rate and then 20% crit damage. The off-piece sand is from the Wondrous Troop set. The goblet is probably one of the worst goblets I have. It only has 3.9 crit rate, but the saving grace is that it did have a bunch of attack rolls, and not everything went to the flat stats, but I'm still farming for a better one. And then this is the Circlet, which is also kind of bad, but energy recharge, attack percent, and crit damage all contributes to her final damage. And then her talents is at 298, so her normal attack doesn't do much other than really it's just applying Dendril. And this is her overall stats: 939 elemental mastery with 35 crit rate, 123 crit damage, which is pretty decent considering I'm going for triple elemental mastery build. And for Yalan, she's going with an HP build, 39,000 HP, so crit rate 58% and then 237 crit damage. She's using her signature weapon with 2-piece Heart of Depth and 2-piece Monolith. So these are the pieces that I'm using. So not the best pieces in the world, but I live with it. So she's using 8, 9, 10 talents. Barbara, on the other hand, is completely unbuilt. She's at level 60 with, this is her stats. 22% crit rate and then 110 crit damage, but I gave her a ton of energy recharge. Obviously she has healing bonus. The weapon she's using is a level 80 prototype Ember. So it's not even max level yet. I just leveled it up as far as I could. For artifacts, she's using the 4-piece Maiden set, obviously for better healing. I would use Kokomi, but I don't have Kokomi. So this is her pieces, which not the most impressive in the world, but I mean, for a support build where she's only there meant for heals, this is pretty good. And then for Nilou, she's going with a triple HP build, so she has a ton of HP. And crit rate and crit damage is pretty even, actually. And then she has some energy recharge. So weapon, she's using her signature weapon, which I actually didn't want. I wanted a Jade Cutter, but while pulling on the Jade, that weapon banner, I got this the first try. For artifacts, she's using 2-piece Tenacity and 2-piece Emblem, so I can continuously use her burst. These are pieces. All pretty decent, honestly, for HP wise. Alright guys, well, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is another video for the Spiral Abyss for the 3.2 patch. I normally don't do more than one video for the Spiral Abyss, but I thought because the 412 Chamber 2 is especially difficult this time around, I thought I'd make a second video showing another team comp going up against it, which I think is even more effective than the Raiden National team this time around. And it works fairly well against the bosses as well. But yeah, and this is with like an unbuilt Barber with not an even maxed out weapon, not maxed out talents, and her level isn't even maxed out as well. And she can keep up her healing for the rest of the team just as good. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good day or evening wherever you are. Please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video.